news of the week with your anchorman, Dennis Miller.
Well, good evening, and what can I tell you? Russia's first ever sex shop opened in Moscow last week. Here, a Muscovite examining a gadget that is guaranteed to transform his wife from a frigid old housewife into a horny old slut. Hey, this light here, can we move it over a little? I can't see a damn thing. I feel like Cliff Robertson at the end of Charlie. Thank you. Thank you, guys. All right, here we see Elijah Itzhabagiak. Yeah, that's right. President of the new Republic of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Having all the communist ideology he knows sucked out of his head in a new process called Lenin suction. Since there's so little food in Russia and religion is now legal, the former Soviets have decided to worship bread. Not many have ever seen bread, but they have faith in its existence. All the members of the Lenin Preservation Society gathered in Red Square. No one really cared, and both of them eventually left. A young boy in San Salvador went to a police station to ask for help this week. The police officer explained to the boy that in San Salvador, the police only kill and rob people and send him on his way. I said, you look like a flasher. It's like Quayle's not the only one in a London fog. Here we see young supporters of President Bush as they unveil his 1992 platform. Earlier this week, George Bush humbly refused to hail himself at a meeting of world leaders. While in Georgia, President Bush scared away an American flag when he started talking about the Gulf War in the flag sense that was about to be grabbed and wrapped around him. President Bush met with school children who support Bush because cutbacks in education over the past 12 years have left them illiterate and unable to logically access their leadership. And on top of that, the president was handing out little juju beads. Juan de Franz of the National Right to Life Committee presents the president with a plaque thanking him for his help in denying help to others. Here we see Dan Quayle in his school clothes shortly after Maryland gave him a spit bath and sent him on his way. The White House wants to lift a ban on Mexican tuna. Pat Buchanan opposes the ban, saying Mexican tuna already have taken thousands of jobs away from American tuna. Pat Buchanan interviewed potential running mates yesterday. This was a short interview. And Jim and Tammy Faye Baker... Oh, sorry. Pat Buchanan visited with some school children and asked them to put their hand on the Bible and swear they'd never be friends with anyone who was different. And Jerry Brown fed this entire crowd with a loaf of bread and 12 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches. Governor Bill Clinton winces in pain when, during the debates held earlier this week in Denver, Jerry Brown bit down on his wrist. I know you are, but what am I? As Tsongas spoke to Morgan Fairchild last week, he thought to himself, so this is what it feels like to be Bill Clinton. Jerry Brown's new rallying cry is V for vegetarian. Bill Clinton cautiously greets a supporter as he eyes the child for any resemblance. Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan, testifying before Congress, said, okay, how's about this? We give away toasters if people buy a house. Okay, forget that. How's about this? We give away a house if somebody buys a toaster. little madcap character I do called Coco. The French are mad about the new Euro Disney park. They think it means the end of culture as they know it in France. You know, I think the French should be a little more concerned with a reunified Germany than a three-fingered mouse in shorts, okay? And Prince Charles was skiing in Switzerland this week. The prince showed reporters his new way to reduce his speed on the slopes by turning his large ears into the wind. Artificial insemination Dr. Cecil Jacobson was pronounced guilty Wednesday and furrowed his brow in disgust. Two elderly women this week demonstrated that no matter what your age, everyone enjoys the new kids on the block. And finally, Jerry Tarkanian coached his last game at UNLV this week. He is now returning to his role as Uncle Fester in the new Addams Family. Guess what, folks? That's the news, and I am